People, hope all is well. So look on the screen. Yep, we are here today to talk about Wendy Williams, but not just about Wendy Williams. I want to talk about, and I said it before, nothing has changed. It's just a different date. The same old games being played in place. It's just a different date. That's it. That's it. So, look on the screen, and as you can see, Wendy Williams is worth, now this is old because I just did a Google search on the other, and it says she was worth $40 million as of the divorce, correction, last year, 2021, okay, $40 million. So now it's saying 20. So correction, I did this one today, so I'm not sure if this is counting, we're going back to 20 million, if it could be the 10 million or 20 million that she may have supposedly paid to Kevin in the divorce settlement. Okay, so it was 40 million. Now I did Google this today and I came up with this celebrity net worth of $20 million. Okay, so as you know, she got divorced from Kevin Hunter, but that's not what I want to really talk about, the Kevin Hunter saga. You know, Kevin went about that payment. No, let's talk about how the majority in the country have been getting those payments from the BC, from affluent African Americans. Said it before, said it again. They have a playbook, okay? They have a playbook. We have a playbook too. It's just not working to our advantage, to be totally honest. And again, that's my opinion. So look on the screen here. I did a video months and months and months ago, I believe this year, on Sarah Rector. If you haven't seen it, please feel free to check it out on the Simply Said YouTube channel. Simply Said 007, that's me, folks. So Sarah Rector, I love books. I have an online bookstore and I love to read. Oh my gosh, I just love to read. Okay? Love to read. So I'd heard about it. I said, oh my gosh, I got to go buy that book. And I bought the book on Sarah Rector. So here in the book, it mentioned about white guardianship. So I'm just going to read this part right here. Sarah Rector. Rector was 13 years old and legally could not manage her own estate. Her guardian, a white man appointed by a probate judge and named T.J. Porter, controlled all of Sarah's financial affairs, although both her parents were alive. In one way, at least, the guardianship arrangement worked to Sarah's advantage. In one way, it worked to her disadvantage because he was living high off the hog, off her money. Yeah, he was. And she was living in a shack wearing tattered clothing. So, reading that book, they basically called it, at that time, it was considered to be white guardianship. And white guardianship is a method where whenever you see a black person that had money, access to wealth, then a white person knew to be having on over there to get some of it, or at best get control of it. And that's what happened at Sarah Rector. And there was some black men, I think, if I'm not sure, it was a W.B. Du Bois and some other black men, they realized that, hey, guess what? She's living in poverty. I think one while, having all that money, she was living in poverty, didn't have shoes, and the white man that was over the money, man, he was living high off the hog. And they got together to say, hey, guess what? She is not being provided for, okay? She is so not being provided for. So they got together to try to rectify the situation. So I was able to buy the book. And actually, it's an old library copy. I didn't care about that. I just wanted to know about, hey, what exactly was going on, the important part of it. So basically, at that time, she was the richest little black girl in America. As a matter of fact, nothing has changed. They even tried to whitewash her because she had more wealth, I believe, than all the county or possibly the state at that time. It's been a while since I read it. And so they tried to put her as a, as a white person. So yes, she was a millionaire. So during the time of Sarah Rector, they said she had an income at that time like around $15,000 a month, the equivalent of like around $300,000 today. That was her income. Now, that is not taking into account 2022. I believe this one here, and I was trying to find that. That would be like around the time that they published this book in 2014. Okay, 2014. So that's not indicative of 2022. So at the time, again, when a black person got hold of some money, and that's how, they got the probate judge to handle it, TJ Porter, because, hey, she's not competent to handle this money. She's just not. So the white person gets control of the money. And of course, it's not for free. They are paid a salary. So he was able to live half the hog, where she was in a shack in tattered clothing, and sometimes didn't even have any shoes. But he was sure getting paid off her money. Again, nothing has changed. They have a playbook, whether you want to accept it or not. I know sometimes that our people, we don't want to hear it unless daddy come tell you. Well, let me tell you something. Daddy's not going to tell you anything that's going to put him in a bad light and maybe enlighten you. Not going to happen. Why would he? So you can read the book yourself. Don't want to buy the book? Google it. Sarah Rector, Rector. So they had a thing called white guardianship. Again, if a black person had some money, you beelined it over to us so you can control it and also live off of it and spend the money, okay? So by her being so young, the court appointed a white guardian, TJ Porter. And he controlled it. He lived off the hog, and he was living just fine off her while she was living living in poverty. So again, that's part of the playbook. It's nothing new. Nothing new. Black people don't know how valuable they are to the establishment at play. Remember this right here? How the U.S.-backed banks robbed ex-slave of $66 million? Yeah. The money was in the bank for the slaves, and the white man ain't no way to put it. They stole the money and were not held accountable. That's what happened. And then, as usual, they bring in a black person to play Negro. Okay, you got to get a bad news. So a lot of times you think, oh, they got a black person in this position. Yeah, that's for you to take the heavy when it goes bad. Put a black face in front. It's not because, oh, well, they're just being, he deserves it. No, sometimes it's a mess about to go down. And they need to put a black face in front. So the slaves had a bank, $66 million, and the white man, basically, from my research, they just stole the money. Here it says, Booker T. Washington, the founder of the Tuskegee Institute and the son of slaves, once wrote, by habits of thrift and economy, we are coming up. The American dream is deeply rooted in the belief that thrifting and saving are the necessary means to an end that is comprised of prosperity and abundance. So basically what happened, here it says, this belief, coupled with the banking needs of formerly enslaved black soldiers, spurred the incorporation of the Friedman Savings and Trust Company in 1865. This bank is just what the freedmen need, proclaimed Abraham Lincoln on March 3rd, 1865. As he signed the Freedmen's Bank Act and authorized the organization of a national bank for ex-slaves. Due in part to aggressive recruiting tactics, the number of ex-slave depositors grew rapidly from 1865 to 1870. 34 branches were established in cities across the nation, including Atlanta, Charleston, Philadelphia, and Washington, D.C. Go in any forenoon, and the office is found full of Negroes depositing little sums of money, drawing little sums, or remitting to a distant part of the country where they have relatives to support or debts to discharge, reported a journalist in 1867. And yet, thrifting and saving did not yield desired results. The dream of prosperity and abundance slowly spiraled into a nightmare of fraud, mismanagement, and discriminatory lending. In 1871, again, nothing has changed. In 1871, Congress authorized banks to provide business loans and mortgages. Paradoxically, such mortgages and loans were usually administered to whites at the expense of black depositors. It's 2022. Are we having the same issue? You can be white with bad credit and get a loan. You can be a black person with good credit and income. They have shown you can be white and just make 30, 40,000 a year and get a loan approved. You can, with bad credit, you can be, I read the reports, you can be black and make over 100,000 in with good credit and you might not get the loan. Nothing has changed. Risky investments and lending patterns, coupled with cronyism and corruption at the level of upper management, slowly undermine the stability of the bank, according to Black Past. By 1874, massive fraud among upper management and among the board of directors had taken its toll on the bank. Moreover, economic instability brought upon by the panic of 1873, coupled with the bank's rapid expansion, proved disastrous. The Friedman Bank was officially closed on June 29, 1874. At the point of closing, 61,144 black depositors were robbed of the modern equivalent of $66 million. The failure of the bank left many black depositors and borrowers distrustful of the white banking community, especially since the Friedman Bank was established and managed by white men. Who managed the bank today? So the Friedman Bank, 61,144 black depositors were robbed of the modern day equivalents of $66 million. And this bank was what? It was established and managed by white men. What happened to the money? What happened to the money? Mismanaged. Yes, mismanaged to their advantage. So it's the same thing today. When again they have a playbook and some people don't want to hear it, that's fine. Keep living in your delusion. They have a playbook. We don't have a playbook, and if we do have one, look at how we operate. It's to basically be a survival mechanism for everybody else, build wealth for everybody else. $66 million. So what's that got to do with Wendy? Again, here's a Friedman. The Friedman Bank. The white men run that bank, and where'd the money go? They asking Sam Bankman-Fried the same question. Where'd the money go? Remember white guardianship, Sarah Rector? That's what they called it. He was appointed, and she was living tattered. Now, what's it got to do with Wendy Williams? Don't forget, that was 1865 to 1864. What I just read you. We're in 2022. So here it says, in an affidavit in New York Supreme Court, Williams stated that Wells Fargo improperly denied her access to her money, leading her to default or risk defaulting on several bills. Huh? She accused Wells Fargo financial advisor of lying that she's mentally unstable as a basis to lock her out of her accounts. Where he get it from? He get it from his daddy. He's a financial advisor. What you want to bet? I'm willing to bet it's Peter Pan, Dusty Dan. Mentally unstable as a basis to lock her out of her accounts. You think he's not getting paid handling that account? You got to be crazy. A financial advisor? You don't know what lock her out of her. She put the money there. Wendy Williams, she accused the Wells Fargo financial advisor of lying that she's mentally unstable as a basis to lock her out of her account. So Wendy Williams made the money, but who is handling the money? The same one who handled the finance of the Friedman Bank, the same one who handled the finance of Sarah Rector, fast forward. Same one who handled the money of who? Wendy Williams, the financial advisor, the bank. She's getting played. If someone would have told her that time she met the guy, she probably wouldn't have believed it. And it's hard to trust people, even your own. But do you understand how she's getting played? At this point, it's not even a freaking secret. I don't care what they say, like the man Mays. When he's getting played, they don't love you, babe, but they love that money. Same playbook when a black person gets some money, be having on their white guardianship. Why do you think when these black men play all these sports? These black men play all of these sports. Why do you think Becky running up there? She loved black men food, stop. She loved the money of the black man. Hell, I ain't hating. Only a fool chasing dust. Only a fool gonna chase after a dust bucket. You have to be out of your mind. What's in it for you? As my father used to say, what's in it for you? So this here, Wendy's getting played. They have a playbook, and that playbook it works. The issue is, so let's see, if they're doing this here back in 1875 and maybe before, let's say like the Friedman Bank, we've gone from 1865, 1965, heck, it's 2022, about to be 2023. They have a playbook, and that playbook is fail proof. The proof is in the pudding. The playbook is fail proof. It's not gonna fail. And you see how they adhere to it? It's the same old thing over and over again. Too funny. I kid you not. Somebody approached me with it, and it was a brother from another mother. Oh, so you have this coming. Yeah. Somebody I kid you not, and I don't have that much money, but it is too, I kid you not. Matter of fact, a black woman approached me with it, and I was like, no, I don't have that kind of money and I can manage it for you. I'm not rolling like that. Even if I had millions of dollars, my money's not that long. Lately, I've had, speaking of this year, and one was last year, I had two white men approach me with that. Oh, and I can go ahead and I'll look over this for you. My money's not that long. My money is, and so you're gonna have this again. That's future, and that's pretty much an inheritance, not from another brother from another mother, obviously. Because I'm just gonna be real. Black people, we don't operate that way. And in my family, I would never expect that. It would be, child. I would never expect that. And I don't. In our family, it's not a bunch of poor people, but it's different. Girl, bye. But yeah, and I thought about it. I was like, gonna approach me about you wanna, and you can handle and watch my money. I don't need you to. It's not that long, sweetie. Well, in the future, and if you look at this, yeah, I'm aware of that. Hopefully I will live to get it. I'm aware. Uh-huh. No, baby. You think because I'm a nice person, and sometimes I come off as happy-go-lucky. I'm not stupid. The next thing, let me guess. Again, my money don't run that long. Then I'm gonna have to pay you. I already know. Yeah, nice try, not happening. Well, you can do this. That's a lot of money. Well, you just have some money sitting in your account. You up there pocket watching me? Not the thrift store chick. You pocket watching. Well, it's in your account, and I know what you. No, no, no. Readers are leaders. I like to read. So this, she's getting. I think, in my opinion, that she's getting played again. They have a playbook. What more do you need? This is what they do. But Beckham, you just taught to go pick up some old dust bucket and try to make the best of it at your expense. We're not doing that, sweetie. 2022, I said it's got to be about you. And 2023, we're going to stay hashtag that's free. So yeah, she getting played. Girl, they passing that book down and reading it while we sitting up here twerking. Oh yeah, girl, look at me. Hi. Man, you see it? I really like Big Booty Judy. Sitting up here worrying about infinitesimal matters, a matter that's not going to add anything to your darn life. engaged in folly. They got a playbook. The playbook is working. So, Wendy Williams, you're a financial advisor? Again, I tell my friend two things don't die. Land, well, three things. Land don't die, still here. Spirits don't die. I don't think that's my opinion. And money sure as hell doesn't. They have a playbook. And I ain't mad at them, but I'm mad at the one who don't see through the playbook. Again, for somebody, I thought about that. I was like, don't approach me. And I can go ahead and watch this. For I have two eyes too. I may have glasses, but I have two eyes. I can read. I know number. No. Did you help me get the 3 coins that I do have? When I lost $60,000 a week of Thanksgiving, were you there? Are you gonna write a check to put the 60 back? Now I'm down just 50. I think I made 10 between Monday and Wednesday. Yeah, so now I'm just down 50. But my money ain't that long. I know. I was like, wow, oh no, I kid you not. 3 folks approached me with that, and then you're gonna have this here. Okay, that's in the future. I don't count that, and for my future, I appreciate it. Nothing, nothing to worry about. I ain't never trusted nobody, nothing to worry about. Because I seen a friend of mine and heard $1 million, kept it into a stock, and then the stock went down. Boop, had $1 million gone just like that. Kid you not. I was like, oh my gosh. I ain't heard of this stock. It's $1 million. Granddad is working at, and granddaddy working all the time. Cash it in. No, gonna hold, and then something bad happened. So I don't have it like that. But but being approached with that, I was like, oh, I see what they're trying to do. I'm not the smartest girl on the block, but I'm not the slowest. You gonna watch? I can watch your money for me. And again, my money don't run that long. Well, I know you got another, and I keep that a secret. Thank you. You really pocket watching me. So this here, they are pocket watching for a reason. Again, why guardianship? They're not saying it today because that would really sound racist, I mean, it is what it is. So now the term commonly used today a lot of time is conservatorship. Conservatorship. Same thing. So just like Sarah Rector, just like the Friedman's Bank, now we see Wendy Williams. And she said the financial advisor lied to lock her out of her money. Then if he's a financial advisor and locks her out, somebody's still controlling it, right? Let me guess. The financial advisor lock you out of your money. Wendy, my darling, and I wish you the best in health. If you don't know, now you know. They have a playbook. And it seems a financial advisor, I think he must have read, it's just his common sense. Long live the money. Some people used to get money easy. You can easily extract wealth from the Black community, even if you don't live in the Black community, by having Black skin that makes you part of the Black community. So you think all these sports and entertainers, especially the Black men, they coming up with all these non-Black women? Are you really that stupid? If that's the case, why don't they go find them when they don't have no money? From bushwheat to buckwheat, why don't they go find them then? They're not looking for them, looking for an opportunity. Everybody has a playbook. And that's why I think, in my opinion, it's happened to Wendy Williams. They have a playbook. And she said the financial advisor is lying to get the money. What's the difference, again, from Sarah Rector to Friedman's Bank and Wendy Williams? At the end of the day, who gets the money? Whitey. And I'm out.